What is emotional resilience to you as a sports person, and how much it is needed? Because you have to play on the ground, you have to have that conscious living and living in the moment, because you're playing for India, a greater good than keeping your family in your heart.
It's a tough journey at that moment, but you need a very supportive family. First is your wife and your parents.
That's the core.
That's the core, because they are always together and they are there. So they have to think that this is important for them and give you all the support. If they are giving you all the support, then you can go ahead with it. But if that support is not there from your family, then what happens is always at the back of the mind, oh, you were not there for the child's birth, oh, okay, my wedding anniversary, you're not there. For a sportsman, like when you started, like till the 15, from childhood to 15, 20 years, all birthdays, this function, wedding, families, everything, you're there. After that, I lost touch with many of my relatives, my thing, because you 15, 20 years you're out and they're also grown now. So you miss everything, but that is a sacrifice every sportsman has to do it, and every athlete has to take it forward and withstand it. If you don't withstand it, then your career becomes shorter.
How it has been for the family, missing Rajan and during his absence when he was playing. My daughter Karishma, she actually did get to see Rajan play a little of basketball. She was very small, she was maybe about 2 or 3 years old, and those days telecommunication was so limited. The only point of contact was phone, and we used to wait every weekend for him to make a call. So every Saturdays he would call at 9 p.m. because after that was when it was a quarter rate. So the rate was quarter rate, so that's the time when he used to call us, and my daughter used to keep waiting a lot to listen to Dada and listen to his voice. And I also remember that she had Rajan's chest number was 15. So my mother had got her jacket, a small basketball jacket with 15 as a number. They got the bronze medal in the nationals, and when they came back, I had taken my daughter also to receive him at the railway station, and we have a photograph of her also being carried. And though they did not see him play at the level what he was playing, they definitely knew that their father was one of the greatest players. But Rashmika, my younger one, did see Rajan play, but they were very young, very little. And they always tell their father, Daddy, I hope you can play now and we can see you when you're playing, because they only heard and they have from people all about how famous he was and how
First Indian basketballer to ever dunk and one of the greatest Indian basketballers in Indian history. This is a very proud moment for me to be able to speak about my father. As great as a sportsman he has been an even greater father. One of the biggest lessons in life I've learned from him is to always be humble no matter where you are, who you are and what you are. He has always been so humble, so kind, loving and caring, and it's exactly the kind of person I really want to be. Burn Basketball Academy, which was run both by my mother and father, and I had the honor to be coached by my father. It was a very proud moment to have him guide me on my techniques, give me the right fitness advice, and just be there to watch me improve and grow as a basketballer too. At that point, walking around as a family, and there would always be somebody who noticed my father, and they would stop by and say, "Sir, like, are you our Rajan?" And my father would say yes. And they would say, "We're such big fans and we would love to take photos with you. Is it possible?" And either you'd be the one taking the photo or I'd be the one standing on the side. But it was such a proud moment.
There is somebody who is out there to motivate you, to boost your spirits up. Similarly, this is what happens when you're out there on the field with your team, representing India, representing our state, representing international platforms. How did the coach help, and especially the people, may it be your school, your college or your workspace, how did that transition happen?
Foremost thing is working hard, playing is one aspect. Adhe tarah, we need the support from the people around you. See, parents are there, family is there, that is a different support. you need the others, your teachers. Like for example, when I was in my 10th, I remember we were all doing well, playing 8 tournaments you won, and everybody saying they are winning, playing, all that. And then once the management asked the principal, he's doing all that, how is he going to pass his 10th standard? The principal said, Rajan is doing all that, what do you... Then he said, you leave it to our person. It's my responsibility. And he called me. He said, Rajan, what is your practice timings? I told this. Are you interested to pursue? I said, yes, sir. Studies is important. In ಏನು ಮಾಡೋ ನಿಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 7 ಗಂಟೆ ಸರಿ 8:30 ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದುಬಿಡು, ಯು ಬಿ ದೇರ್, ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ರಾಮರಾವ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಲ್ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್. ಈ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಿ 8:30 ನೀನು ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದುಬಿಡು, ಆರ್ 9 o'clock 1 hour till 10:30 ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯಾ? 6:30 ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ನನ್ನ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ಗೆ. 5:30 ಬಂದುಬಿಡು, I'll open. So I used to ring the bell right from my 10th standard till I finished my graduation. Any subject, anything, 10th standard till PUC, every day. When I'm in Bangalore, he said, you come, all subjects. Then degree, whatever help you want, you come. So he's there. When I was in lower school, Mrs. RF and Butta headmistress idru. She said, my doors are open, you come, I'll teach you all subjects whichever you have doubt. So I used to go there, evening art, I used to go there. Then when you are in, again, middle school, one Mrs. Lalita Bai. So these people all, plus your teachers, though they were very particular. The first time in the school has seen so much of sports, rewards and, recognition, covering in the paper and all that. They were very happy, but the teachers also gave me a lot of support. Then when you go along the journey, your coaches are very important. And if you have your work ethics, like your sincere practice, your hard working, the coaches know you're inclined to learn and you're putting that effort, the coaches try to help you. So all these coaches in the journey, every coach, whether he's a small coach, big coach, he has helped me grow into a great athlete. Then along with that, I have a different sequence. Like when I was in the juniors, still in school, in the senior level, who is now the president of FIBA Asia, Dr. Govindraj. So he was with the seniors. So somebody, Nazar and Rajkumar, our senior players, told he's a good talent. Why don't we take him for a senior tournament? Then he said, ಬಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ 1-2 ದಿವಸ. So ಬಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. He said, no, ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. He took me for the first championship. He made me play. Then after that, he was a player, and then I was still a very junior player. He is much senior, and then he became administrator in Karnataka Association. He came as manager. He would encourage. Then when I was playing, he became the secretary of Basketball Association in Karnataka. So Dr. Govindraj, he helped me throughout as a player. Means he used to encourage, come on, you're going, do well, you continue playing till whenever you want, whatever support you want, we will give you. And as I left the game, he immediately said, you have the potential, you have the interest, I want to bring you as a selector. So he brought me as a state selector. From I think 96, 97, I've been the selector, still I continue to be. When he took over in the Federation, Basketball Federation as president, then he said, I want you to be a selector with the... And before that also, when Harish Sharma was there, he made me also the selector there. So he said, I want you to be the selector. He brought me as a selector. So he saw me from 13 to 23, I was been with the Indian team selections in juniors, seniors, most of the categories to identify the juniors so that they can play for the seniors. So he gave me a lot of he said, players are there, it will be good for the sport. He pushed in that.
Rajan is very hardworking, dedicated and committed to basketball. He is very honest and frank, and above all, he is very helpful. I firmly believe that a sporting career of a sportsman is very short, but what helps in his full life is the friends he makes during his sporting career. And I am fortunate to have Rajan as one of my close friends who has always been helping me in time of need.
He captained the senior Indian team and led the team to many good performances in the international competitions as well. He was instrumental in team's good performances, be it the Karnataka men state team, the national team, or his employer HAL. Being a prolific scorer and a dynamic player, his presence would inspire the other members of his team to put in extra effort towards the team's overall performance in search of a trophy triumph. Mr. Rajan was the most impressive slam dunker in the 1980s. Each of his dunks would demoralize the opponents by long way, and very seldom opponents would recover from the bout of devastation. As a result of his consistent, superlative and inspiring performances all over the country and internationally, many youngsters took the game of basketball seriously in India. Champion basketball player was recognized as a star, and in turn he promoted the game among youngsters all over the country.